Welcome, and thank you for tuning into this deep dive. We're looking today at a really significant shift in education, the rise of more structured homeschooling programs.
That's right. We're exploring how major disruptions, things like concerns about health or even fluctuating government stability, have pushed families to seek more control, more agency.
And it's really changing the game, isn't it? Redefining what school even looks like. Crucial stuff for you if you're a parent running a learning pod or even an administrator watching these trends.
Exactly. It's redefining the logistics.
Okay, so let's unpack that. This isn't just about temporary solutions anymore. We're seeing a real, sustained, parent-driven ecosystem emerge, one that, frankly, needs professional-level structure to work well.
Yeah, it's moved beyond the kitchen table improvisation for many.
And the data backs this up, which I find fascinating. Those homeschooling rates, they haven't really dropped back to pre-pandemic levels. They jumped, from about 5.4% in spring 2020?
Up to over 11% by fall 2021, and they've stayed significantly elevated.
It shows real staying power.
It does. And if you look bigger picture, it's not just a blip. Think about it. 3.1 million U.S. students homeschooled in 2023. That scale points to something deeper.
More than just flexibility.
Definitely. It signals families wanting real customization, balance, and for many, more control over things like curriculum bias. Research shows that's a major factor for a lot of families making the switch now.
That makes sense. And this desire for, let's say, academic quality plus autonomy, it's fueling alternatives like micro schools, right?
Absolutely. These small setups, maybe 10 to 50 kids, often led by certified teachers, they offer that rigor but with flexibility.
And they operate differently. Maybe subscription models instead of property taxes, allowing for things like lower student-teacher ratios. It's a whole different model.
It is, but that initial excitement, starting your own homeschool journey or microschool, it meets reality pretty quickly.
The logistics.
Exactly. The administrative side can be, well, a shock. We tend to see 5 core areas causing the most headaches for families new to this.
Right. And if you're managing, say, multiple kids or a whole learning co-op, these aren't abstract problems. They're daily struggles. First off, just juggling schedules, different kids, different grades, different subjects. That alone is complex.
And keeping kids motivated, keeping that structure they might be used to, that's another big piece right there.
Then you add the official stuff, the compliance hurdles. Tracking grades consistently over time. You need that for transcripts, whether it's for college applications or if a student ever goes back to public school.
Super important. And lesson plans too, right? Making sure they meet state requirements, proving attendance, academic progress.
Yes, the state often requires proof that record keeping is non-negotiable in many places.
And the fourth challenge you mentioned, staying connected, coordinating with tutors or maybe other families in a co-op.
That coordination piece, it can become chaotic fast if you're using, 5 different apps and email chains just to keep everyone in the loop.
Total nightmare. It sounds like you almost need an air traffic controller. Kind of. And that's precisely why these smaller educational setups, families, pods, micro schools, they start looking for more structured solutions, tools that bring clarity.
Okay, but if you're, say, a parent running a small pod, maybe 15 kids, isn't bringing in a big school management system, isn't that overkill? Sounds complicated.
That's a really important point, because traditional systems built for huge districts are often overkill. They're too complex, too expensive.
Right.
So what we're seeing and what we focus on with something like DreamClass are cloud-based systems designed specifically for smaller institutions. The key is quick setup, guided onboarding, ease of use.
So it's less about having a million features and more about reducing that mental load, creating one central place for everything.
Exactly that. A single source of truth. Instead of juggling spreadsheets, calendars, messaging apps, you bring it all together. Lesson plans, schedules, grades, communication, all in one dashboard.
That makes sense. Bridging the gap between wanting that freedom, that autonomy, but needing the organization to actually make it work and meet requirements.
Precisely. You simplify the admin. Recording attendance, tracking grades, it should take minutes, not hours. And it needs to support these hybrid models, families working partly remotely, co-ops coordinating activities.
And the communication piece seems key too. Having like a student portal for assignments, automatic notifications for parents that keeps everyone aligned without constant chasing.
It turns that potential improvisation into something reliable, structured. It builds confidence.
So it's really about structure enabling success, not restricting it.
That's the goal. The continued growth here tells us families are prioritizing resilience, adaptability. They need tools that support that without drowning them in paperwork.
So whether you're just starting with homeschooling or maybe launching a small academy, having the right tools from day one seems critical for clarity, compliance, and just focus.
Absolutely. Which really leads to an important question for you, the listener, to think about. How can the tools you choose best support these personalized learning networks, balancing that need for academic rigor with straightforward administrative clarity?
Definitely worth considering. Thank you for tuning in to the Deep Dive.